Okay, we're live, right? Anish is there. What's up? Hi, bro. Hi. Yeah, from the title, you could see that today is going to be something different. Wait, I am muted, right? Yeah, today, I think I'll probably. Should I solve a problem or not? You doing ICPC? No, I'm not. No, I'm not, bro. I'm not. Hmm. So today, let's start with probably. Yeah, my main aim is to learn segment trees. I just found out that codeforces have their educational sections. Earlier, they didn't have English content on there, but I just realized that they now have English tutorials. So I'll be watching that. In fact, I watched the first video a bit and I found it really, really interesting. That's why I'm doing it on stream because I know it's going to be good, right? I'll be studying segment trees. I'm kind of excited every time I learn a new data structure or an algorithm. It just feels like a eureka moment, right? So yeah, so I'm thinking, should I start with a one question on lead code probably? Yeah, an easy question. I don't want to waste much time on some stupid question. Yeah, let's see. But the main thing is we'll be learning segment trees today. I'll try to stretch as much as I can, learn as much as I can. Let's see. Let's start with probably an easy question. Let's see. Okay, I've sent it here. Yeah, let's close this. Let's take a look at the best time to buy and sell stock. Oh, they've added a new question. You are allowed to make at most K transactions, normal transaction, buy on day one, then sell on a later day J where I you profit, short selling transaction, sell on day I, then buy back on a later day J, your profit prices. What's the difference between normal? Okay, so the wait, I'm on the left side or right? Okay, so the difference here is in the short selling transaction, we can sell before even buying. Hmm. Buy on day zero, $1, then they sell it on day nine, sell it on day two for $9, right? A short selling transaction, sell for 8 and then buy back for 2. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, this is again that DP question. Right. This should I attempt this? Yeah, this is again. You know what? Let me just try this. It would be an int solver, right? Segment trees का क्या हुआ? Yeah, should I was thinking that let's start with one question on LeetCode, or you know what we can do? Let's just resubmit an old question and then straight up jump to segment trees. If we have time, then I'll probably, or I'll just do a question off stream. Let's start with segment trees. Bro, I'm kind of excited. Edu, right? Here it is. ICPC Northern Eurasia Finals. Community course. Which one was it? Bro, bro, what? I haven't been logged in. Uh, what was my password? Okay. What was this course? I think it was community course. No, it was this ITMO pilot course. Then what was community course about? Yeah, look, for the English language, it was empty. But only 3 months back, which I got to know now that they have added English content, so we can study from here. But which one was it? Step one theory practice. Which one was it? This was community. This is ITMO. suffix array segment tree, right? I won't lie, I watched one of the first video. It was pretty interesting, so I thought I need to do it on stream. Right, this was pretty, yeah, it takes a lot of time to load up. Even yesterday it took up like 5-10 minutes to load for some reason. Bro, until then, let's take a look at the POTD. Yeah, it takes up a lot of time. Yeah, int solver. This is going to take in your vector. And what is int k? At most k transactions. Yeah, so this is a DP of what we'll have one dimension as pointer. We'll have one dimension as k. We'll have one dimension of holding. Yeah, it's a 3D DP question, right? If it's holding or not. Yeah, it's a 3D DP question then. Okay, it's loading. Why does it? Should I use a VPN? What's your words per minute? Bro, I type really slow. Profile दिखाओ ना तुम्हारी CF पे. Bro, I haven't attended a single contest on CF. I just used to do questions. That also I've stopped. Yeah, okay, it has loaded. See, I have solved about 98 problems, and in 2024, this was my like uh arc, codeforces arc. But yeah, I never gave any contest or anything. I shifted to LeetCode back again. Until then, do yesterday's question. Bro, that's going to take up a lot of time, bro. I know that question. It's going to take up a lot of time. For POTD, we can do forward traverse and the reverse traverse. Can't we simply just do the normal solution we have for buy and sell stock? But in the normal solution, we could only sell after we were buying, right? But in today's POTD, we can also sell. After selling, we need to buy. We could also sell, and then there's going to be yeah, I think forward traverse and reverse traverse, that makes sense. But there's also another option. Wait, let's see. Okay, this has started. Okay, then close POTD. We're not doing POTD. This works. I want to. Yeah, this is exciting, bro. Let's just. Okay, this is too loud. Where are my earphones? ITMO pilot course segmentary part 1 step 1. Right. Okay. You know what I can do? I can open the chat on my phone. That's smart, bro. I never thought about that. Let me open the chat on my phone. Okay. So let's get started. You can hear my desktop voice, right? I hope you can.
Hello, today we talk about segment tree. Segment tree is one of the most used data structure in competitive programming. So let's start with some simple problem. So imagine you have some array, and you need to perform two types of operations.
Okay. I won't lie, I have watched this video, but I didn't like write anything or practice anything, so I'll watch it again. But I might just skip forward a few sections. Your Piyush is here. What's up, Piyush, bro? What's up? Bro, why is it the fuck?
First operation, sum on some segment of this array. So in this, let's notice with
Yeah, there are two generic operations that we do that if we are given an array set, we can get an operation to like set this index as this value, or another operation like we are given the left and the right bound, we want to find the sum of all the elements, right? Yep, I remember this.
Now on the next level we have 11, and here we have.
Or Puroshit bhai, my name is not Puroshit, bro. My name is not Puroshit.
This is for a no, because it's
I know this.
This is sum of the two.
Now the complexity for setting an element was log n. Wait, I need to understand why was it log n.
Of n. So calculate. We should calculate. Now again, we have correct segment tree for the new array. So how many nodes we should calculate? We should calculate one node of each layer of the.
Oh, right. So the first step is to convert a given array into a segment tree, bro. Let's open an Excali with me. Or wherever. What's up, bro? Bro, you watch Code Forces for theory? Is it god tier? No, this is the first time I'm watching it. I watched this video yesterday and I found it really interesting, so I'm watching it right now. Or wherever. What's up, bro? Never watched myself. I think it's really good. The first lesson that I watched yesterday. Bell Baji? What does that even mean? Oh, Bell. Oh, yeah, Bell Baji. In which year you are? I'm in my fourth year. Right. So the first thing he taught was we are given an array. We need to convert that into a binary tree, right? Into a binary tree, a perfect binary tree. So the length of the array should be extended to the closest power of 2. Let's write. Why am I yapping? So, uh, right. You're not regular in code forces? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're revising oops right now. Bro, that's cool. So, first step is convert wait convert an array to a binary tree. Perfect binary tree. Perfect binary tree. Extend the size to the closest power of 2. Okay. Extend. This is the first step. This is the first step. Now, right. Hmm. Code forces is just for. Bro, how can I. What if I. Code forces is just for contest mainly, right? Yep. It is for contest. I'm trying to watch the chat on my phone and. Yo, wait. If maybe I can do it like this. Right. भाई कैप डाल के बैठे हो. Yep, bro. Yep.
segment tree. And the number of layers of the segment tree is logarithm of n. So
Yeah, the number of layers. See, whenever we replace a number in our original array, now to rebuild our segment tree, we'll have to recalculate one node in every layer, right? And there are log n layers, so it's log n. Okay, makes sense.
like from here to here. You can these two values. So it is the sum on this segment.
LeetCode cap चाहिए नहीं मिलेगी भाई. I tried. How many coins do you guys have, if anybody has in the chat? Like, I have about 1,900. In fact, if I look it up right now, it was store, right? LeetCode store. Right, I have 1,900 coins, bro. That is nothing. The minimum I want. See, I don't even want a cap. If I actually want, bro, they have a hoodie. 16,000 coins. Okay, nobody's getting that. The minimum I want is I redeem a shirt, but that's going to take at least like 10 more years. 5,000, 5.8k, 900. Okay, 900 is realistic, bro. How do you have 5.5k? भाई फर्स्ट ईयर में हो, कोई सजेशन हो पाथवे क्या होना चाहिए BCA? Bro, do not consider me as like an expert or anything, but I think BCA students struggle because of course BTechs are preferred, so you have to put in extra effort. Build in public. That's all I can tell you. Okay, let's
This
focus.
5 is sum of these two numbers. So it is sum of this segment. Okay. It's this.
Yeah. So the second operation we have is that if we are given an array and we want to find out the sum of a range from L to R, right? That would also take log enough time.
Contains a single element, but we will consider single element as the sum on the segment of size 1. So each element in this bottom layer, what we'll try to do, we will try to calculate the sum on the given segment from L to R using this pre-calculated sum.
You'll try to calculate the sum of the given segment from L to R using these pre-calculated. We will try to calculate the sum of the given segment from L to R. अच्छा, segment means a हिस्सा. हमें original array के एक segment का sum चाहिए था, तो उसको calculate करने के लिए we use these pre-calculated sums from our segment tree. Makes sense? Contest POTD. Bro, but even from contest, like, that's crazy. How are you getting 5.8k? That is 5,300 points. Well, you guys need to do for at least like 6 more months, and then you can probably redeem a cap or something.
How can we do it? So we'll click the recursive
That is
go to the
crazy.
left child, subtree. So we here and go back. Now we go.
So also there were two operations here. You know what? Let's make a segment tree ourselves. Let's probably have in fact theory the likh raha hu na, so let's make a segment tree here. If we have, let's say, 1 7 3 2 5 1 4 कितने एलिमेंट्स हो गए? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. ओके, नाउ इसका सम वुड बी 8, इसका सम वुड बी 5, इसका सम वुड बी 6, इसका sum would be 12, right? And then 8 plus 5 is what, 13, and 6 and 12 is 18, and now 13 plus 18 is 31. It's 31, right? Yep. So this is a segment tree, and this is our original array, by the way, right? If let's just, for illustration purposes, this is our original array, by the way, right? And this entirely is our segment tree. Okay, it makes a few. It only took 1 year. Bro, that's crazy. You reach so much points in 1 year. I don't, how, probably, but still, so 1 year of only doing POTDs. भाई कितना डीप पढ़ लिया, सोच रहा हूँ तेरी स्ट्रीम देखकर ही पढ़ लूँ, अभी ज्वाइन करा है ब्रो. आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड. कुछ नहीं है, देखो ये पहला लेक्चर है और इसके मैंने अभी तक कितना 6 मिनट देखा है. कुछ नहीं, अभी तो मैंने कोड करना भी नहीं सीखा. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग ओवर द थ्योरी. So this is or I'm writing out things. जैसे so the step 1 is convert an array to a perfect binary tree. ठीक है ना, 1 मिनट. is binary ट्री को ही सेगमेंट ट्री कहते हैं. एक्सटेंड द साइज टू द क्लोजेस्ट पावर ऑफ 2, राइट? क्लोजेस्ट पावर ऑफ 2, जो एक्स्ट्रा नोड्स लगाने होंगे वी कैन सिंपली ऐड देम एज 0. जैसे अगर यहाँ पे तो 8 था, दिस वाज ऑलरेडी अ पावर ऑफ 2. अगर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एलिमेंट्स लगाने होते टू एक्सटेंड इट टू अ क्लोजेस्ट पावर ऑफ 2, हम 0 लगा सकते थे, राइट? ऑफ कोर्स दैट मेक्स सेंस. सही, ओके, राइट. Now let's say we are given a question that find out the sum of elements from this to this range, okay. Now we look at this segment. This segment consists of elements from this to this, so we go deep because ये पूरा बाहर नहीं है ना पूरा अंदर है, ठीक है? दिस इज आवर टारगेट सेगमेंट. इसका सम निकालना है. और ये वाला जो सेगमेंट है 31, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ ऑल द एलिमेंट्स. तो मतलब ये ना पूरा बाहर है ना पूरा अंदर है, सो वी गो डीप. नाउ वील गो टू दिस सेगमेंट कंसिस्ट ऑफ एलिमेंट्स फ्रॉम हेयर टू हेयर, राइट? ये भी पूरा बाहर नहीं है ना पूरा अंदर है, so we'll again go deep. Now we'll reach this segment, and this segment consists of sum from here to here. Now this segment इससे बाहर है ना, इससे तो पूरा ही बाहर है, तो हम यहाँ से रिटर्न कर देंगे. इधर आ जाओ. अब ये सेगमेंट पे आएंगे, इस सेगमेंट में ये है और ये सेगमेंट पूरा अंदर है अपने टारगेट सेगमेंट के, सो हम इसका सम ले लेंगे. या सो वी गो डीप, सो वी कीप गोइंग डीप जब तक हमारा जो टारगेट सेगमेंट और करंट सेगमेंट है वो इंटरसेक्ट कर रहे हैं. अगर वो इंटरसेक्ट ही नहीं कर रहे, दो एकदम बाहर है, या फिर जो अपना करंट सेगमेंट है वो टारगेट सेगमेंट के एकदम अंदर है, सो वी सिंपली रिटर्न. This is what the guy told. ये सब मैं already देख चुका हूँ, by the way, yesterday. That's why I can tell.
Subtree, all elements are outside of this segment.
Outside of this segment.
So we can stop here and don't go deeper. So simply stop the recursion here and go back. Now we go to the right child. So we go here. Segment belongs to the segment from L to R.
हाँ, now this segment ये L to R के segment के अंदर belong करता है. So we simply take this entirely और deep नहीं जाते.
Now we go to the right subtree. So we go here. And again we look on this.
ये now look at this segment, this 5 वाला segment. ये आधा टारगेट सेगमेंट के अंदर है, आधा बाहर है, so we keep going deeper.
Can we skip it? No, we cannot skip it because it is not completely inside
Hmm.
the segment. So we just, now we go deeper here, and this is outside. That's all. So now, how to calculate the final sum? The final
You think this is time for segment trees? What exactly do you mean by that? What exactly do you mean by, do you think it's a time for segment trees? I mean, I didn't understand. What did you try to say there? I want to do segment trees because I want to do the fourth question in a LeetCode contest.
final sum will be the sum of these three segments. So we basically split our segment from L to R into three parts. So we know that it consists of the sum here equal to sum here. So each time we take some node of the tree. Let's say we have some node x. And this node x contains the segment from some Lx to some Rx. Let's say Lx to Rx.
Lx and Rx are the index of our array. Yeah, it's going to get confusing forward, so I'm just making it clear. Lx, because in most of the interviews, Max, if they thought of asking hard questions, for that shall be either DP graph trees. See, I understand that this might not be the most helpful thing in interviews, but I just want to learn segment trees so that I can do the fourth question in a contest. I'm not thinking about interviews right now. I'm really getting addicted to LeetCode contest. That is why. You make total sense, Radha Krishna, bro. Segment trees, Moss algo, RMQ digit DP. Of course, the segment trees is not the end. There are 1,000 other advanced topics, but we have to start somewhere, right? Who knows? भैया मैं आपको बहुत दिन से देख रहा हूँ पर कभी ये नहीं पूछा सी कर लिया है क्योंकि मेरे कॉलेज में सी था ना आई हैव कंप्लीटेड सीपीबी विद ब्रोको चैनल सो अब मुझे क्या करना चाहिए सीपी वर्थ इट है yes it's absolutely worth it bro it's absolutely fourth question it makes sense cruise is what's up cruise bro what's up
Like this node lies completely outside of the segment from L to R. Second case is when this segment corresponding to a node is completely inside the segment from L to R. So we have segment like here.
yeah I've done this like in the second case lx and rx is our target segment of our original array no lx and rx is the current segment फ्रॉम आर सेगमेंट ट्री कि अपने सेगमेंट ट्री का ये नोड कौन से सेगमेंट को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है सेगमेंट ट्री का हर नोड रिप्रेजेंट्स अ सेगमेंट राइट लाइक दिस नोड it's a node right it's a tree so this node represents the entire tree as a segment this node represents this tree this segment okay kind of like that done guess what happened bro you had an exam today right if I remember so lr is a target segment lx and rx is our segment tree का current segment ठीक है अगर वो दोनों बाहर है एक दूसरे से so we simply skip अगर एक के अंदर एक है so also we skip only if only they are intersecting like this we go deeper
to find in this case we just go deeper in the recursion function. Its time complexity. We need to calculate the number of nodes.
Yeah, I'm not learning about how to calculate the time complexity. It's log n by the way, right?
Segment tree. One of the most easy ones.
Okay. Also, the easiest way to implement segment tree, as this guy said, because we need to implement a binary tree, right? So what he teaches is a goddamn array representation of a tree. I don't like that. Yeah, another usually exam. Automata theory. Bro, I've done that. Honestly, that's not really bad if it's a logical subject. I have my exam on Friday. I haven't started studying for that. It's of data warehouse and data mart, something like that. I don't even know the goddamn name of the subject, right? See, what's my condition? I'll probably start studying tonight. You prefer LeetCode over codeforces? Yes, bro, I prefer LeetCode. So he plans to represent this to even get us to make a segment tree. We take an array, represent it as a binary tree, a perfect binary tree. Now to represent that binary tree, he's going to use another array representation of a tree, wherein if you have I node, then its left child would be 2i plus 1, right child would be 2i plus 2. Okay, yep. I watched this yesterday, but I didn't write anything or like discuss anything. So I was kind of confused yesterday, but today it's making sense. Automata is a good logical subject वैसे. Exactly. So if he wanted to represent this array as a segment tree, he would make another array which represents a binary tree, and in that uh, we can say this would be the 0th node, first node, second node, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then your 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a 8 sized array become a 14, 15 size array in terms of a segment tree. So we are losing memory here, but yeah, I guess it's worth it. It's worth it if we don't care about the memory. An array of size 8 becomes an array of size 15 if we convert it into a segment tree. Okay.
Is two nodes of the segment tree in the right order. So we will enumerate all the nodes from top to bottom, from left to right. Like index 0, this will be 1,
0, 1, 2.
14. Array of 14 elements, or 15 elements from 0. So we make one big array of 15 elements and just store these values in this big array. How we make a recursive function? In the recursive function, we need to iterate over on nodes of the tree. So our function will get number x as an argument. Number x will be the index of the current node.
Okay, x is the node of our tree. X is the node of our tree. Yeah, it gets confusing here because we have different indices of different data structure. We might be talking about indices of the array versus indices of that binary tree. So x, let me just write it down. In fact, wait, okay, so x is our node. X is our index of node.
Now, when we need to go deeper, we need to go to the left child or to the right child. We just calculate the index of the node. So when we go to the left child, the index of the
node is 2i plus 1.
Left child will always be equal to 2x plus 1. So left child is always have index
2x plus 1. Is machine learning easy? I haven't done it, bro.
2. So we only have indices. So we only have one big array and calculate the index of the child.
Absolutely.
Now, to perform this trick, we need to have the borders of the segment corresponding to the current node.
Borders of segment,
so
right?
This node x, we need to know these numbers lx and rx. Again, instead of storing all these borders into some arrays, we will simply calculate them on the fly. So we will.
Right. So calculating borders is also easy. Wait, how is it easy? I remember he told a method that for this the border would be 0 comma size, right? 0 comma size. The upper limit is not included, by the way. Okay, because for this the size would be 8. So the border is 0 comma 8. That basically means 0 comma 7. 8 is not included. Okay, it's 0 comma 8. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so इसके 0 comma size अब मैं left में जाऊंगा तो the left border would remain the same. The right border will become lx plus rx by 2. This would become the right border. अगर मैं right में जाऊंगा तो right border same जाएगा. Left border would become, left border, what does it still becomes lx plus rx by 2, right?
Calculate these borders for this left child. How can we do it? So x divided by 2 elements from and the right child will contain elements from m to
rx minus 1, right? Okay, yeah, makes sense.
That's all. And again, let's notice that we include in our segment the left border, but we don't include the right border.
Right border.
So here, when we go to the left child, we simply call the same recursive function with arguments 2x plus 1, lx, and m.
And m, because the upper limit is not included. Absolutely.
So it will be corresponding to this node with this segment. And when we go to the right child, we again call the recursive function with
from m and the size
arguments 2x plus 2, m, and rx. That's all.
Okay, bro, this makes sense.
That's all. Now let's go to the computer and implement this.
Okay, now we finally need to code it out. This is the tough part. I'll be coding this in Notepad. Bro, I really love that code editor. I'll be coding this in Notepad. Right, yeah, let's remove this bullshit. So we'll have to create a goddamn structure, right? Seg tree. That's how you create structures in CPP, right? We'll have to create a constructor void init. Let's just watch his video, bro. Let's not try to be over smart here. There's a practice for step 1. No, segment tree. Structure of the... Oh, there's also... Okay. Bro, this is really useful. This is really useful. Okay, let's actually go on the second video. Segment tree, step 2. What is the practice for just first goddamn question? Okay, no. We want to learn first. No practice as of yet. Let's look at the step 2. But you can make this by array. Parent will be I, left child. Parent will be I, left child 2i plus 1, right will be 2i. Exactly. Yeah, bro. I will make this using an array. I'll first see. That's how yep, exactly, that's how we're gonna do it, and that's how he will be teaching it too. We want to make a binary tree, but the way we represent a binary tree is an array with I, 2i plus 1, 2i plus 2. Yeah, you're right, bro.
Now let's try to solve some more problems using segment tree. The first problem will be following. So we have some array, and the first operation is to change
Wait, this is the second run, right?
the element of the array. The second operation will be to get the segment of the array with maximal sum. So let's call it.
Bro, did I just start the same video again? Wait, he was planning to code it out. Step 2 theory. Suffix. What? He just said that he's going to code it out. Red XOR, bro. The fuck is this? Bro, what? Okay, segment tree 1. Part 1.
Now let's try to solve some more problems.
Bro, is he not going to...
So it will be if
he just... Bro, he just... What? Segment 3, kth 1. I just watched the second video yesterday night. I didn't watch it fully, but he was implementing it there. Where is that? He's not showing the code here. It's all theory. What? Bro. Okay. Segment tree, theory, practice. He did teach us how to code. What? Where is it, bro? Of course, the UI for codeforces is ass. There's no doubt about that.
Now let's try to, if you want to be able marks subsegment and get these 4 elements for the whole segment, and then from these 4 values, if we take the first one, it will be the maximal sum on subsegment.
Code. Yep. Show me the code. Here it is. Code. Segment tree part 1.
So in this problem, we need to find the segment with maximum.
What? Sparse table? Who the hell opened sparse table, bro? The fuck is even the UI? Codeforces UI. Like, it's crazy how I can't navigate through videos. Codeforces UI is so trash. Sparse table and all that. Bro, what? Why is it taking so much time to load? Did it load? That's... People like you force everyone to literally think each and every word that they write 1,000 times. The fuck? Why is it not loading? Code 1.
Here we have 15.
Okay, this is the first video that we watched. This is the video I think that we need to watch.
Okay, so in this problem we need to create some simple.
Right. This is okay, this is here he teaches us how to implement segment tree. Okay. Okay.
Segment tree for the sum function. So let's read the input. So we have n and m. Create a segment
Structure segment tree.
like this. So make function 8.
So right, there's a init function. Okay. Yep, there's an init function.
How to create empty segment tree?
So the first step was we create an array which should be the greatest, which should actually be a perfect power of 2, and it should be greater than equal to our size of original array. Right, this is the original array. In our case it was already 8. Now to represent this in a segment tree, bro, I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused.
Increase number of elements to the closest power of 2. Let's say we have size, and say size equal to 1. Then while size is less than n, let's simply increase it twice.
Size star equals to 2.
And now we need to create array which will store our sums. So let's call it, let's say, vector. So these sums may be up to,
while size is less than n.
so we have 10 power of 9, so we need long here.
What the hell did he just do here?
And now we just initialize the array sums. Maybe -1, but
2 dot size.
So like this.
Okay. He did some. I couldn't understand what he actually did here. So this vector long sums, this would store our goddamn sums. This is the actual representation of segment tree in an array. Okay, makes sense. Now he initializes size as 1, and while size is less than n, size star equals to 2. Okay, so that's just the closest power of 2 greater than or equal to our size n. Makes sense. Now sums.assign is 2 star size. Oh, exactly. So okay, I get it. So here we had an 8 sized array. When we converted this into a segment tree, we got how many? 16 elements, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. We got 15 elements. 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. We got 15 elements. So he actually makes जो बाइनरी रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगी अपने ट्री की, he made it 2 star original size. 2 star original size मतलब 0 to 15. That's still one extra element, but okay. Okay.
So we just created the empty segment tree and fill it with zeros. Now we need to read the initial state of the array. So we say, I will just read the value x and assign this value to the let's set let's set value I to x. Actually, let's rename it v.
To I 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So it's 15 elements, buddy. Okay.
The same as a lecture. So we say void set value I to x.
What the hell is even x here? Now, okay, I'm getting confused. What is I and what is x here? I think I need to move myself on the right side so that it's actually visible to you guys. Is there a green screen effect in filters? Let's see. Nah, doesn't look like it. Nope. Nope. Right, so let me just come here. Yep, let me just come here then.
I will just read the value
X is the actual value. ठीक है.
x and assign this value to the set. Let's say let's set value I to x.
Okay, I index of our original array. I is the index of our original array. X is the value जो वहाँ पर assign करनी है.
Actually, let's rename it v.
V.
The same as the lecture. So we say void set int I int v.
So I is the index of our original array. V is the value कि वहाँ पर क्या set करना है.
And here we just assign the value of element I to v. Okay, how we do this? We simply make the recursive procedure which goes into the corresponding leaf, and then when we go back from the recursion, we will assign the values up to the root.
What?
We make the recursive procedure which goes into the
Corresponding leaf. Okay.
And then when we go back from the recursion, we will assign the values
up to the root.
So let's say
initially it was all zeros. Okay.
We have again the same function, but we add values x.
Now x is our index of binary tree, or the node number, or probably the index of the array which represents a binary tree. Right here is where it gets confusing.
With current node and lx and rx.
Lx rx is the segment represented by our node in the tree. Okay.
Will be the borders of the segment corresponding to the current node. So here we simply call the set for I v starting from the root.
Starting from the root 0, and the borders would be 0 to size because R is not inclusive.
And the segment of the root will be from 0 to size.
Yep, I'm understanding it.
Here, what we should do. So if we are in the leaf node, so
if you are in the leaf node, actually change the value. Leaf node can be represented when the difference of Lx and Rx is equals to 1. Bro, I'm getting it.
The size of the segment equal to 1, so it's x equal to 1. Then we are in the bottom level of the segment tree, so we simply assign this value.
Sum x equals to v. Return,
if
right?
If we're not in the bottom level, we need to decide in which subtree we go, in the left subtree or in the...
Now, to decide which subtree you want to go, how do we do that? Okay, let me not get spoon-fed. So let's say we want to assign this value as 8. Right, not 8, let's say as 3. We start from here. We know the... Okay, so we just find out mid. If our I, we find out mid. Mid is this value. Mid. And if mid is smaller than your I, then we go to the right subtree. Yeah, that's easy, bro. What the fuck?
The right subtree. How can we decide it? We should look on I. If I belongs to the left part, then go to the left subtree and so on.
Right.
So, the middle position of our segment will be Lx plus Rx.
Rx by 2. And in the left, we get from left to mid minus 1 elements.
If I is less than m, then we go to the left subtree. So we call the recursive function of iv. I index of original array को v बना दो, and left child is 2x plus 1.
int x. अच्छा, left child का node number 2x plus 1.
Lx and m. And else we need to go to the right subtree. So we go to iv, 2x plus 2, and borders will be m and rx. So that's the function which changes the value of some element in the array. Oh no, not at all. In the end, when we go back from the recursion, we need to recalculate the sum. So here, let's say sums of I equal to...
Bro, this is kind of confusing, that sums dot assign. Okay, I think I will take GPT's help here. Let's make this temporary conversation, shall we? Okay, no, let's not. Okay, in this chat, I am actually learning segment trees and CPP, so I'll be asking all my silly doubts here, alright? Speak with a tone of like an educator. What is this? Give it a whirl with one of the curated styles or imagine something from scratch. It didn't understand. It didn't hear. In this chat, I'll be use. Bro, what? Okay, so I'm actually learning segment tree, and this is new to me. I'm learning it in CPP. So in this chat, I'll be asking all my silly doubts here. Try to always explain things with an example because I learn that way quick. All right. Hey bro, kind of new to LeetCode, but I have some basic knowledge of all the data structures. Which resources would you suggest for getting good? Bro, just get started. If you know have basic knowledge of data structures, just start doing questions. That's the best way to learn. Big picture. Okay, I don't know to take your blabber. Okay, let's say we have an original array of size 8. All right, now to represent into a segment tree, we don't want to extend any elements because size 8 is already a perfect power of 2. So to represent it in a segment tree, we convert it into a perfect binary tree. And let's say we represent that perfect binary tree into an array representation. How would we do this? हम्म ओरिजिनल array के अंदर 8 एलिमेंट्स है, ठीक है ना? नो पैडिंग नीडेड. कन्वर्ट टू अ परफेक्ट बाइनरी ट्री. 0 to 7 लेफ्ट चाइल्ड राइजिंग. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Very important. Root at index 1. We use heap like indexes. Left child to we usually ignore root at index 1. Oh, नहीं तो ये तो 2i plus 1 बता रहा है. Okay, let's say we have an 8 element array. We want to make a segment tree for that. And for that, we basically make a binary tree. We represent a binary tree in the form of an array, right? So if our original array is of size 8, and let's say I make binary tree or binary tree in the form of array. Bro, what the fuck am I speaking? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so we are given an original array of size 8. Now to make it into a segment tree, we convert it into a perfect binary tree. And to represent a binary tree, we use an array. So a segment tree for an array of 8 elements will consist of how many nodes? Because from my calculation, it would consist of 15 nodes. And to represent this into an array, we make an array of 2 star 8, that is 16. So we are getting one extra node. Is this useful, or do we simply ignore it? Also, one doubt to interviews. Really expects to perform Moody voting algorithm and Dutch national flag when they ask us to. Bro, I don't even know what do they mean. Dutch national flag? Dutch national flag? Is that an algorithm? National flag algorithm. I don't know about that. Okay, I think that's a sort and arrays Dutch national flag problem. I think that's I might have done that problem, but that's a fancy name. Why is it Dutch national flag? Given an array consisting of only 0, 1s and 2s, the objective is to sort the array, put all zeros first, then all ones. This problem and what's the constraint? We have to do it in a single pass. In a single pass, login. I've never. Okay, this is new to me. Sort colors. Low, mid. Okay. I'll probably read about this later, but I don't think so. They expect things like these. They just ask drivers sheet. How many nodes does a segment tree have? For an array, A perfect binary tree with 8 leaves has total nodes 2 and minus 1, 15. Yo, Naman is here. What's up, bro? Nah, bro. I'm not doing lead code problems today. Let me have a look. But I'm actually learning segment trees today. I'm not doing lead code problems today. I'll have a look on the problem. I'll probably add that into my to-do list. 2101. Detonate the maximum bombs. Bro, is this a J question? You're given a list of bombs. The range of a bomb is defined as the area where its effect can be felt. The area is the shape of a circle with center as a. The bombs are represented. ठीक है. Denote the XY coordinate. Radius. You may choose to detonate a single bomb. When a bomb is detonated, it will detonate all bombs that lie in the region. These bombs will further. Yeah, that's a crazy question. So is this like a. For this, we'll have to calculate which circles are intersecting, probably make a graph or something, and then choose the node that makes the longest path. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I'll probably add this to my to-do list. I'm not solving it right now. To-do, let's add it to to-do. Okay. All right. Yeah, GPT was telling me. So conceptually, for convenience, not because there is an actual extra node. Index 0. RSI 16. Oh, makes sense. But yeah, question I haven't solved it myself. पर करना है. Yeah, looks good question. Looks good. Yes, but not as node. It's useful because it's exactly 16. Okay, let's not get swayed away by GPT. So we create a segment tree. ठीक है. आपको एक array दिया होगा of size n. Original array दिया होगा. Original array दिया होगा of size n. Convert it into another array. Representation of seg tree. ठीक है. First of all, we have to first create a vector of long. He called it sums, so let me call it sums. ठीक है, let me call it sums. और अभी हमें साइज नहीं पता. int size equals to इनिशियली हम 1 लेते हैं. अब हम लेंगे n को ही हम init में हमें एक n मिलेगा. n is the original array size. So while size is less than n star equals to 2, फिर आप अपने sums dot assign करोगे. sums dot resize भी तो होता है. I think that's for maps. sums dot assign 2 star n कर दोगे. ठीक है, और इनिशियली सबको 0 दे दोगे. That is all that void function does. ये अपना इनिशियलाइजर होगा ना. This is exactly what it did. Size equals to 1. अच्छा, उसने बाद में करा. ठीक है. While size is less than n, size star equals to 2. ठीक है, that's what he did. Right. Now here comes the part. अगर आपको ओरिजिनल एरे के इंडेक्स आई पे वैल्यू v सेट करनी है तो adjust the segment tree. ठीक है. If let's say we're given a function void to set at index I of original array I equals to original array index. भाई तेरे एग्जाम्स नहीं थे, स्ट्रीम कैसे फिर? Yeah bro, my exams are going on. I'm still streaming because I'm not studying for exams. Exams चल रहे हैं मेरे. I need to study for them too. I is the original array index. Okay, and then v is the value we need to set at the index I of original array. ठीक है, so void set I v. अब इसमें हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे. Damn, no bro, this is not damn, this is foolishness from my side. इसमें we set another function I comma v. Next comment कौन सा है? On Friday I had DWDM. DWDM is data warehouse data management. DWDM IPU data warehouse and data mining. Yeah, I'll probably have to study this tonight or else I'll fail. Yeah, I'll study this tonight. I have my exam on Friday. So set I. ठीक है. अब now we also give it information about our segment tree. Segment tree का node number. You give it node number of segment tree. X is the node number or the index of node in our sums array. In our sums array. तेरी CSE branch नहीं है क्या? मेरा तो यही subject. No, I'm from CSE. We have this subject, digital warehouse. I took AIML. You probably took FSD. ये AIML specific का होगा या तो IVX and LX, RX. LX and RX are the index range which node X represents in our segment tree. Which node X of seg tree represents, which node X of seg tree represents in our original array. Okay. Minor in AIML ही थी मेरी. Then why didn't you have this subject? We have this subject bro. DWDM IPU. Data warehouse and data mining. Yep. We have this subject. Why did you not have this subject? Who knows, maybe the syllabus changed or something. Okay, now. Okay, now we write another function. Void. This is going to take in void. This is polymorphism, by the way, for the people who are studying OOPS. I'm defining two functions with the same name, but they have different that. Yes, we also had this subject in 5th semester. Yep. Which college are you from, by the way? Vyom, I think you were studying OOPS, right? Look at the real example of polymorphism. This is polymorphism, right? Same name, different variables. So IV to milega hi. You'll get an X, you'll get a LX, you'll get an RX. ठीक है. इसमें एक्चुअली हम नोड हम अपना 0 देंगे, L भी 0 होगा, R होगा, would be size. R would actually be the size, right? Right, it would be size because it's not inclusive. Okay. यहाँ पे हम assign भी कर रहे हैं 2 star size को. Okay. Now इसमें हम क्या करेंगे? अगर लीव नोड पे हो तो simply set the value. So I can't type. How do you check if you're at the leaf node? If Rx minus Lx equals to 1, then you can simply say sums जो अपना original array था उसका ये x index को आप v बना के रिटर्न कर दो. Compile time polymorphism. Yup. NIT KKR. Oh, bro, you're from a good college. You know Setu Kaswan from Mate? I do Like, I do not know him personally, but yeah, I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. How do you know him? Problem OP, bro. How do you know him? So we have now, okay, ठीक है, ये तो था अगर लीफ नोड पे हो तो सिंपली सेट द वैल्यू एंड रिटर्न. अब इसके बाद क्या होगा? हाँ, इंट इंट मिड इंट ही, हम उसे इंट ही कहेंगे ना, इंट. हाँ, इंट ही होगा ऑब्वियसली. मिड वुड बी lx प्लस rx by 2 if मेरा तो यार RLDL PRCV ML, RLDL हमारा भी है, PRCV हमारा भी है, ML मशीन लर्निंग भी है, NGW नहीं पता, IPR नहीं पता, प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ऑन्टरप्रेन्योरल माइंडशिप वो हमारा भी था, प्लस माइंड प्रोजेक्ट. तो अपना NGW नहीं था और IPR नहीं था. थोड़े आई थिंक सब्जेक्ट्स चेंज. अब अपना इफ I is actually less than mid, so we simply call this set on I भी सेम रहेगा. आप लेफ्ट नोड पे जा रहे हो तो लेफ्ट नोड का इंडेक्स वुड बी 2x प्लस 1. ठीक है, एंड आपका lx वुड रिमेन द सेम, rx वुड बिकम मिड, राइट. ठीक है, एल्स सेट करो I v 2x, राइट नोड पे जा रहे हो 2x प्लस 2, राइट नोड के लिए आपका l बन जाएगा मिड एंड rx वुड रिमेन द rx. Next generation web intellectual oh nah, we don't have these subjects. Nope, we don't have these subjects with us. ठीक है, लेकिन इससे हम सिर्फ लीफ नोड पे जाके सेट कर रहे हैं. वी नॉट अपडेटिंग द सम. डिड ही नॉट अपडेट द सम? ओह ही एक्चुअली डज. अब इसके बाद sums of okay, I think I'll have to see from
Just sum of two children, so it's sums not I but x.
x, exactly. Sum of this x equals to sums of lx, not lx, 2x plus 1 plus sums of 2x plus 2. What are your approaches to revising DS? I've done this driver sheet, but अब सब भूला सा लग रहा है. Just stay consistent, bro. Just stay consistent. There's no other shortcut. If I stop doing DSA, I'll probably forget in a month or so. अरे वो LinkedIn पर connected थे, okay. 25 साल पुराना latest web technologies IPO का. Yeah, the syllabus are goddamn outdated.
Of 2x plus 1
Hmm.
sums of 2x plus 2. Yeah, now it's correct.
Yep.
Now we just
Need to
apply
apply the
operations.
operations.
So we iterate all operations. Just write like this. So what we do here, so we read the command operation I.
This is just setting the values in a segment tree. What if we want to find out the sum? Bro, this is so damn complex. I mean, I'm enjoying it, by the way. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I like it. I like it. ठीक है. Do we have a segment tree, like a basic segment tree question? Segment tree question, LeetCode. Problemist, segment tree. The skyline problem. Rain sum query. Okay, it's 6:59. I need to end this early. Given an integer array, handle multiple queries. Update the value of an element in nums. Calculate the sum of elements between the indices. So this is simply telling us to write a segment tree code. Okay, I'll probably submit this after I can finally write the code for segment tree. तो अभी we have simply written कि हमें एक ऐसे segment tree बनाना है तो कैसे बनाएंगे. ठीक है. Now what if we want to find out the sum of this segment? उसके लिए we'll have to write a code.
Else we need to get the sum on the segment. So we read L and R. So R.
ठीक है यार, so there's another operation. Okay, ये तो सेट का हो गया. नाउ व्हाट इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड सम ऑपरेशन जिसके अंदर आपको दे रखा है कि L और R के बीच का सम बता दो भाई. So this should actually return another function sum of L, R, जिसके अंदर अब आप नोड LX और RX देते हो. LX and RX जो हमारे नोड रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. LX RX equals to segment represented by node X. That's a better definition. Node X. Return sum of L, R, LX and RX. ठीक है, now we'll have to write a. Should I try to write this on my own? आपको दे रखा है 0, 0 size by the way. Okay. Now if I write, इसमें आपको क्या दे रखोगे? L, R, X, LX and RX. ठीक है, we'll see. इसमें हमें क्या देखना होता था कि करंट सेगमेंट और टारगेट सेगमेंट we can skip if current segment and target segment are complete. Let's try to write the code ourselves. I'm not watching the tutorial, I just understood the theory. Let's see if I can write the code myself. We can skip if current segment and target segment are completely different. So current segment is equals to L और R के बीच में, not current, sorry, this is our target. Current segment equals to LX RX. Okay, we see if जो आपका current segment, we can say if R is smaller than LX or RX is smaller than L, you return 0. I think this is the correct condition. How can I improve myself to solve the third problem on LeetCode weekly? Bro, we just practice. Even I cannot solve it in every contest. In fact, if I were to show you, how many times could I solve the third problem? If I look, okay, इसमें 3, इसमें 2. In fact, इसमें मैंने third question 5 मिनट बाद करा था, just after the contest ended. I feel like इसमें भी 3, इसमें भी 3. Okay, हाँ, you can see इसमें सारे 2 हैं. So I've recently इसमें I did 3. So I'm not doing anything different. I'm just probably being consistent. It took me some time. You can see I started with 2 questions. बीच में 1 2 3 आ गया था. But now it's getting better. अभी भी I'm not sure कि मैं हर question में 3 solve, हर contest में 3 solve कर पाता हूँ कि नहीं. But yeah, nothing beats consistency.
From L to R. From L to R. So here. So when we don't.
If LX is greater than R, if LX is greater than R or अच्छा greater than equal to लगाना है, because R is not included ना. Return 0. ठीक है. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. अपना R ही छोटा है या इक्वल है या फिर RX छोटा है या इक्वल. Boom, I understand that. Now we can skip if the current segment is totally inside the target segment. तब भी तो आप skip कर सकते हो. How do we do that? If LX is greater than equals to L and RX is less than r. So we return sums of x. Let's see what he tells. If lx is greater than equals to l and rx is less than equals to r, अच्छा equal to हर जगह लगाना है. So we return sums x.
Of x.
Bro, I'm not doing bad. I think I understood the theory quite correctly because I can write almost the correct code myself. Now, if they intersect, which they absolutely will be, क्योंकि पूरा बाहर नहीं है, पूरा अंदर नहीं है, so they intersect. So इसके लिए we'll go deeper. Long left call equals to sum L R. X would be 2x plus 1. Lx would actually remain the same. Rx, okay. Lx plus Rx by 2. ठीक है, ये अपना नए लेफ्ट नोड का इंडेक्स. जब हम लेफ्ट जाएंगे तो लेफ्ट रेंज वुड सेम रिमेन द सेम. R would become mid. ठीक है, this would be the left call. Long. Why am I calling it int if it would actually be long? Sum long, okay. Mid and long. Right call equals to sum L R 2x plus 2 Rx. नहीं, अब इसमें क्या होगा, आपका मिड बन जाएगा L and Rx remains the same. Return left call plus right call. I think that is how he will do it. Long S1 equals to return S1. Ooh, I think this is correct. Let me also solve this question that he is solving. Practice. Let me also submit. Finally, I'll submit a question on. So why do I always click suffix array? Yeah, I'll submit a question on codeforces after how many years? I'll see segment tree for the sum. Okay, so what is the? I have everything incorrect, right? Int main. We need to take an input. It's going to give us NNM, the size of the array and the number of operations. Int NNM, CN, N, and M. And then we'll have to create a seg tree st equals to init. No. And st.init with the size n. ठीक है. Now while m minus. अब इसमें क्या होगा? नहीं. We also have to take in the elements, right? For int I equals to 0, I less than your n, I plus plus. Now see, इसमें हम ओरिजिनल array बना ही नहीं रहे, हम सीधा सेगमेंट ट्री के array में स्टोर कर रहे हैं. st.set index I पे, okay, we also need to take in the value int x v, cn v and sti comma v. ठीक है, okay. Now we call in the operations. अगर 2 है तो calculate sum of elements with indices from L to R minus 1. Do you solve SQL LeetCode questions? Yeah, I've solved quite a few. If I were to show you, I have solved 12. Okay, not very much, but yeah, I've solved 12. Bro, I'm about to reach 400 questions. That's cool. I'm about to reach 400 questions. Okay, now if our operation is 1, let's call it int op cn op if op equals to 1. Then we have int I comma v cn I v, and then we simply set the element with index I to v. st.set जो अपना st है इंडेक्स I को v बना दो, ठीक है. else we simply do calculate the sum of elements. long answer equals to st dot sum from your range. अच्छा पहले इनपुट भी तो लेना पड़ेगा. int l comma r cn l r. now long answer equals to st dot sum l comma r cout answer. I think that's it. Should I try submitting this? Not submitting this, let's try running this. Bro, now what's R was not declared in the scope? V has not been declared IV. The fuck? Where? Void init N. Bro, am I stupid? Am I goddamn stupid? Bro, I forgot to write CPP int V int I int V int X int LX int RX and it's going to return set है ये, ठीक है. And now for long int L int R int. Bro, that's crazy that I forgot to do this. Int RX. Some maybe we'll have int L and int R. Yeah, this should now compile. I hope so. Let's see, bro. Oh, bro, it doesn't understand what 2x is. Okay, I'm dumb. Oh, you know what? Let's act over smart and let's actually write macro. Hashtag define 2x as 2 star x. This should work now. Let's see. Macro names must be identifiers. God damn it, bro. I think I can't do this. Yeah, let's not try to be over smart. 2x plus 1 would actually become 2 star x plus 1. This is not maths. What was I even thinking? 2 star x plus 2. 2 star x, 2 star x. Yeah, there's no way we have any more errors, right? There's no way. Let's run this. At line 260. Okay, maybe I didn't close I think I didn't close some while m minus minus. What is the problem here? Expected 260 के बाद. Here you want this 201. Bro, what? 201 and 258. ठीक है, ले लो यार. अगर expected है तो खुद ऐड कर लो ना. 201 expected before token. Oh, yeah, I might just be the dumbest human alive. We return this. Yeah, this is embarrassing at this point. No more errors. I swear to God, there will be no more errors. 260 से पहले कर तो दिया. long return sum. अबे कर तो दिया, अब क्या चाहिए? What? I'm literally taking as much time. Expected after struct definition. अच्छा, struct के बाद हमें लगाना होता है. I didn't know that. लो भाई. Be happy. Be happy. Please run my code. I beg you. Okay, looks like it's working. Now I can copy the input. Let's try to submit it. Paste anyway. 54235. 542. What? Bro, that's why I shifted from Notepad back to LeetCode because it bugs like this. Never ask this bullshit. I know what I'm pasting, bro. Don't try to act smart. Paste anyway. What is happening here? Okay, let me, rather than pasting, let me, type it out. Yeah, let me type it out. So the first is 5 comma 5. I hope that makes sense. Now we have 5 4. Bro, type 5 4 2 3 5. Okay, now we have 2 0 3. This should actually return 11. It's returning 5. 1 1 1. Okay, bro, segment tree करने की क्या ज़रूरत है? Yeah, I'm just doing it because I thought it's going to be interesting. And why? Okay, my code, it probably has some 2 star n comma 0. Stupid human that I am. Stupid human that I am. 2 star n को assign करते और we used to assign 2 star size. Yeah, we do it 2 star size. We do it 2 star size. 1500 plus वाले ही करते हैं. Range query में use है. I'm just doing it so that I can probably have a better chance at solving the 4th question in a LeetCode contest. Okay, let's try to write it. 5 5 5 4 2 3 5. Okay, now we have 2 0 3. This should technically return as 11. It's actually working. Yo. Then let's write 1 1 1. This should return 8. It's up. Now I think the code is working. Or probably if it's not, let me just try. Even LeetCode force problem sometimes. Exactly. How do I submit this? Uh, this is C++, right? Okay, I'm human. Choose the file. Submit. Choose problem segment tree for the sum. Okay, I also need to. Yeah. See out answer handle. Let's submit this and let's verify you're human. So much security for what? It's in queue. Yeah, I think it's going to be wrong. Let's see. Oh, it's accepted. Wow, it actually is accepted. So now let's just solve this same question on LeetCode and then I'll end the stream. The question is update the value of an element in nums. Yo, developer is here. Hello, bro. What's up? Update the value. I think, yeah, I can come back. So range sum query. update the value of element in nums, calculate the sum of elements. ठीक है, this is exactly that. Initializes the object with an integer array nums. Updates the value of nums to be num array में initialize करो vector int nums. अबे num arrow क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे? So num array int initializes the object with an integer array nums. Okay. I think इससे हमें size मिलेगा. int n equals to nums dot size. ठीक है ना? int s equals to 1. While s is less than your n, s star equals to 2. Now we create a vector int sums is going to be of size 2 star size, and initially it's all going to be 0. ठीक है? They asked us array, but I don't give a shit. I'll make it a vector. Now update the value of nums index to be val. Right. This would actually call update index. We get the same index, same value. Now we'll also get x node number as 0, lx would be 0, r would actually be, okay, let's make this a global variable. Int s equals to 1, r would actually be s. Okay, now we'll have to write this function itself. Void date is going to take in your int I, int v, int x, int lx, int rx. Now what it's going to do is, if it's leaf node, if rx minus lx equals to 1, then you can simply do sums of, अच्छा ये भी तो ग्लोबल ही बनेगा फिर. Sums dot assign s with 0, ठीक है. Sums of x equals to your value, ठीक है, l, and you simply return after that. ठीक है, makes sense. Now what you do next is int mid equals to lx plus rx by 2. If your index is less than r, then you call this update I v सेम रहेगा. लेफ्ट चाइल्ड पे चले जाओगे तो वो दैट वुड बी 2x plus 1. लेफ्ट चाइल्ड की रेंज lx ही रहेगी, राइट बन जाएगा मिड, ठीक है ना. else update I comma v, left child would become, right child is 2x plus 2, mid से size तक, mid से s तक, sorry, s तक. That's it. Yep, update with the, okay. So this is the update function. Now sum range, इसमें हमें क्या करना होगा, return sum of left, right, x, lx, rx, x, lx, rx. Int sum is going to take int l, int r, int lx, int x, int lx, int rx, and then what you do is, if your l is smaller than equals to rx, not l, no. If rx is smaller than or equals to l, या फिर r is smaller than equals to lx, you return 0. ठीक है ना? If जो आपका current segment है, current segment rx, if your lx is greater than equals to l and rx is less than equals to r, return sums of x. ठीक है? Return sums of x. These are the two conditions. ठीक है? Now what you need to do, int mid equals to lx plus rx by 2. If what was it? ठीक है, int left call equals to lx, नहीं, sum of lr same रहेगा, x would be 2x plus 1, left जाओगे तो आपका lx same रहेगा, right would become mid, int right call equals to sum of lr 2x plus 2, right, no, mid comma rx. ठीक है ना? फिर आप सबसे पहले sums of x is sums of 2x plus 1 plus sums of 2x plus 2 भी करोगे, and then you return left call plus right call. I think this is the correct code. Let's try compile error. If I is less than mid, what am I doing? Y is less than mid. Finished solving 2101. काफी अच्छी problem है. Damn, you solved it. I think that's a very tough problem and you solved it, bro. That's crazy. Nice work, bro. What's the issue? Invalid. Oh my god, bro. 2 star x. 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 What else do we need? What else is a 2x? Now what's the use of undeclared identifier? Return left right x. Okay, yo, bro, wait. Right, so here it would be 0th node from 0 to s. Bro, please work. Please. Why is it taking so long? Keep buffer overflow. Sums of x equals to v. Sums not assigned 2 star size होगा. बेवकूफ. Now we're still getting a sums of x while s is less than n, s star equals to 2. Sums not assigned 2 star s. Yeah, sums of x equals to v. X is going out of range. मैं 0 से start कर रहा हूँ. 2 star x plus 1, 2 star x plus 2, 2 star x 0 से start कर रहा हूँ. Bro, where is the error now? This has to be correct. Sums of x equals to v. Where is the error now? This has to. Yeah, that's crazy. Lx plus rx by 2. I did the same thing here, right? In size equals to 1, while size is less than n, size star equals to 2. In size equals to 1, sums not assigned 2 star size, comma 0, and then सेट को अपडेट में 00s को दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना, 00s को. नाउ if rx minus lx equals to 1, where is the issue? Int mid equals to lx plus rx by 2. If I is less than mid, 2 star x plus 1, lx comma mid, 2 star x plus 2, update iv 2 star x plus 2 mid rx. Why am I getting a heap of buffer overflow? I think I'll have to take some help here. I have ChatGPT. Okay, check what's wrong with my code here. It's giving me heap buffer overflow, but I think it has to be correct. I'm kind of confused. Great, thanks for sharing the full code. This is not silly at all. This is classic segment tree bug. But there are two real issues. Root index, you're implementing an iterative. Update iv s instead of stupid. Why? What the hell? ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. I think there still might be a issue here. This breaks the recursion rate. How do we best indicate say? Please, yeah, please give me advice. Even I want to know. ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. Fix bug. Do you never recompute parents node value and update? Oh my god, बेटा सम में तो मेरे को अपडेट करना ही नहीं है कुछ. मैं बेवकूफ हूँ. Return. Wow. I'm might just be the stupidest man alive. Okay, we're still getting a wrong answer. Update me sum x equals to 2 star x. Why? Why are we still getting a wrong answer? Update function में यही तो करना है. Turn left call plus right call. ठीक है. 2 star x plus 2. Design issue. You never build the tree from nums. You allocate memory but never initialize the tree with original array values. Oh, oh my god, bro. That is the fuck. ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. That makes sense. That makes sense. So for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Now we create a segment tree. ना sums के अंदर ही तो डालूंगा. S नहीं, set, not set, update index I पे nums I को डाल दो. इंडेक्स आई पे nums I को डाल दो. राइट, यही तो करना है ना हमें बस. लेट्स सी. ये तो मैं दिमाग में ही नहीं आया कि हाँ सेट भी तो हमें ही करना है. We're still getting a wrong answer. Still a wrong answer, bro. I am about to jump off a 10-floor building at this point. Now what's the issue? Update I, the win. Nah, just find the issues. Okay, find the bugs now. It's still wrong. ये तो चल जाना चाहिए था अब. Dot size equal to 5, s equals to n x power of 2. Your tree height log 2. Now let's see the max index that can appear in recursion. 2, 14. ठीक है. 14. This seems just barely okay, but requires logic bug, LeetCode specific. Oh, it's inclusive. It's inclusive. Oh, LeetCode is including the. ठीक है. अच्छा, so everywhere where I'm writing right R को okay RX okay अच्छा लीड कोड में इंक्लूसिव है यार नो वे ठीक है सम रेंज ऑफ राइट +1 का ले लो चलो ठीक है एंड ओके लेट्स सी oh please for God's grace please work bro please finally it works crazy question good question nonetheless bro update okay I think these guys used a Fenwick tree here but yeah this is a good question you can't I mean you could probably solve it with some without using a segment tree using prefix sum to implement your first segment tree binary index tree prefix sum not applicable absolutely it's not holy today has been a long stream bro what time is it it's 6 yeah it's 6:53 it's almost 7 but this has been one of the most productive streams I've ever done I learned a lot today segment tree bro of course I still have a lot to learn but yeah I really liked today's stream it's for 1 hour 40 minutes I liked it nonetheless bro good theory session I now at least know how to learn and implement a basic segment tree okay then I'll end the stream right now tomorrow will I stream or not I'm not really sure because day after tomorrow I have my exam on Friday I have my exam so on Friday I won't be streaming tomorrow I don't think so I'll be streaming because I need to study I mean I still can probably pick out some time to stream but I would rather use that time to do development right so I'm pretty sure I won't be streaming tomorrow okay then I think let's meet on Saturday what is it is Wednesday right so not on Thursday not on Friday on Saturday so I'll be on a 2 days break right okay then I'll end the stream now thanks to all those who joined bye bye